Hey guys, my name is Dawn. I go by TheSavageGamer or Savage. You can check me out on Twitch at TheSavageGamer242, on YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram at underscore TheSavageGamer. Think about me when you're waking
up. Okay, everybody, welcome to the Mighty Conch.
Filter feeding 3 internet.
The strongest to your gigas. Man, we got a guest in the building.
Hey.
If she would introduce herself.
Hey guys, it's The Savage. This is Dawn from Twitch. I don't know if you guys have ever heard or seen me, but you can hear me?
Okay. Come on, tell the people what you do, man. It's The Savage. Tell the people what you do.
I assault people online and gaming. I stream on Twitch and I upload content on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook of just basically me playing games. That's about it.
You having fun playing some game? My question is, what time do people get to you stream?
I actually just came out with a schedule. Let me pull it up. Okay, so I stream on Mondays and Wednesdays at 9. And I stream Among Us. It's a mobile game, a mobile and PC game. And I'm off Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then I stream from Friday to Saturday. Friday, I play Rogue Company. Saturdays is a free fall, so sometimes I'll ask persons online, what do they want to see me watch, and then I'll just play it. And then Sundays, which is the most anticipated day, is my Apex day. So Apex. A lot of people like when I play Apex because I'm normally like always raging. So they like to watch me play that.
Oh, so that's why they call you The Savage.
Yeah, man. Self-proclaimed, but it catches.
So, right, if I was to come on your thing and I ask you to play Yu-Gi-Oh, you about to come on and play Yu-Gi-Oh?
What kind of Yu-Gi-Oh?
I don't know, probably Duel Links or something like that.
Oh, okay. So I only have PS4 at the moment. I'm kind of like, on the phone. Oh yeah. I'll play that. I can play that, yeah. Because I literally just found out how to stream on my phone the other day. So that's how I stream Among Us. So yeah, man. If you ask me to play it, I'll play it.
I legit coming on your stream Saturday. Prepare for me. He's saying you do links like a million
y'all didn't
times.
see my face on that one though. But I'll play it.
All right, man. Let's get into these topics.
How you got into streaming and stuff like that and gaming?
How did I get into gaming? Wow.
Like, were you gaming from a young age?
Yeah, that took me back. I had a flashback just now. I've been gaming from basically since I come out the womb. My parents actually game, so they got me into gaming. My mom and my dad. We had a SNES by my aunt that we used to, Super Nintendo. So I have one of those, and me and my brother played a lot. And then my parents got me a Nintendo 64. I used to play with my brother, so like we used to play Mario Kart or Mario Party or like something along those lines. Normally Mario Kart because it was like more than one of us, and if one person monopolizes the game, then everybody in a frenzy. So the only game like we were cool with. Just one person playing was like Zelda, because that's always a fun game to watch.
You are a woman of culture.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Ocarina of Time is one of my favorite games.
Favorite all time.
Yeah.
All time. We ain't worried about you.
I haven't played Breath of the Wild yet. My Switch is coming in, but I heard it's a really good game, and I know it won Game of the Year in 2018, I think. I think it won Game of the Year in 2018 or 2017, one of those.
That's the only year. It's the only game you could slide up on Ganon with a stick. With a fucking stick, bro.
Yeah, you have to be a certain type of ballsy to do that. I ain't gonna lie.
Fucking stick.
Styling for a G. Y'all running up there styling the G. Literally.
Oh, God.
But yeah, I've been gaming from like a young age. Gaming, anime, all my little kiki quirks that I have, all of that I have, I was doing that from I was young. My parents kind of endorsed that, so you could blame them. And my brother kind of fostered it, so...
My parents didn't endorse shit.
Well,
it was like, look
my
at this
dad likes anime and stuff like that, so he got me into anime. My mom...
You want to hear something funny?
Sure.
I think this shit is hilarious. My dad was always like, why are you watching these weird cartoons, right? But then he'd sit down and watch like bad lip sync fucking kung fu movies. I'm like, these the same thing.
I think he was in denial.
These the same thing. the same thing, sir.
Probably was super jealous that you was watching it. He probably used to be one of those parents who used to like shadow watch you like from the doorway. Like, I see you, the nigga, you got some taste.
See, my mother made me watch my first anime. It was Akira.
Yeah, mommy.
Yeah.
My first anime was Ninja Scroll. And then Akira.
I watched Ninja Scroll after.
I think that's why I like so much dark shit. But,
Yeah, wait. She buy it. Me and we used to sit down and watch all the anime. When Yu Yu Hakusho came out,
Akira
you come
used to
out
scare
every
me,
Saturday and sit down and watch that together.
Was you Kanye? Mom did the same thing for him.
That's probably how I got into music.
I watched Akira for the first time. I think I was like probably
too young.
about 12.
Too young.
I was like 12. I didn't understand the fuck just happened. I just was like, what?
Yeah, but it's like a specific part that sticks in my memory. I don't know if you
What?
remember when he was in the hospital and like
Yeah.
everything turned to milk and he was like, it's milk. And I just found it so disturbing as a child. I was
so-
just like, what's going on
You know
here?
what was
That's what
really weird, too?
it really dawned on me that anime was weird.
It really scared the fuck out of me. Like when he started to morph, when he started to turn into the blob, right?
Yes,
Then he
at
turned
the
into
end.
the fucking baby.
Yes.
That's what fucked me up.
I actually feel like, I feel like I have to rewatch the anime because I feel like because I was weirded out by so much stuff, like I missed a lot of like messages and stuff like that. Like I feel like that's, I don't know. That may be one of them shows that has a lot of messages that you miss or, yeah, so I feel like I probably should rewatch it, but I just,
The crazy
Yeah.
thing is, the wildest part wasn't even all out for me. Like, the wildest part was me and my mother sitting down and, like, they rip off one girl, titties out. And I had to look in eye, like, titties.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, like the biker scene when the bikers was fucking with this girl or whatever, and they just rip off her shirt and all the titties come out and stuff like that.
Yikes. My brain must have blocked that out. I don't remember that. I don't remember that.
One go. That's that anime string.
I always wanted his jacket though. Like that jacket was a fire
was
jacket,
fire.
babe.
That was fire.
It was like,
The bike
that
is what I
too.
want.
That too. It is fire. When I went to Comic-Con, I saw some. Yeah, 2 years ago. Yeah. It was different. Like it wasn't like going to a food fest over here where you have space to move. Like you literally, like some sections you literally could not move, and you were just like surrounded. If Corona was there back then,
Yo, it's fucked.
yeah, pretty much.
But I mean, most people have masks on, so.
Over there? No.
I would
Oh, you mean
assume so.
now? Nah.
No, I mean, like, I'd assume at Comic-Con, most people have masks.
A lot of
Most
people.
people can have on masks, dog. You would just, did you
Contrary
not
to popular
see
belief,
the white woman come on the TV and said that they got mad when George Floyd had that white man on his neck saying that he can't breathe, and now they want us to wear masks.
Oh, I
we
remember
can't
that.
breathe either.
yeah, white people want to be oppressed so bad, so bad, babe.
I was like, those aren't the same things.
They want to be oppressed so bad.
Those aren't the
Pray
same
for white
things.
people. Pray for them.
Oh God. Anyhow, guys.
But yeah, contrary to popular beliefs, at Comic Con, like you don't really see a lot of cosplay until like near the end. So like when I went to one that was Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and Thursday and Friday, there wasn't really anybody there. And then you wake up Saturday morning, and then you catching the ferry with like Yu-Gi-Oh and Tetsuo and all these different other people. Like you literally sitting on the side of them, like. Okay. Yeah, so they don't really like.
Why didn't you do it, Dward? Why didn't you cosplay?
Because I was so short notice from. Well, I lie. It wasn't short notice. I was kind of shy. But I think I do it now. But back then it was just like
I
so.
definitely do
It was
it.
really. It was a great experience, but it was like overwhelming at the same time. So probably next time
If you could have gone this year, who you would have cosplayed as?
this year, Kocho Shinobu from Demon Slayer. I'm actually
Fair.
in the process of trying to get her cosplay now. So
Super fair. I can
Yeah.
see you doing that. Fair.
thanks. A lot of people tell me her attitude. I remind them of her. So surprise, surprise.
Last year, Halloween, I wanted to do a Demon Slayer cosplay, but I couldn't get the costume and
I'll actually give you a website for a good
Say
film.
less. We
Yeah.
can talk.
It's only like it'll take like a month to get there because they literally make it to order and for your size as well. But it's actually a really good site.
If I'm going, I'm definitely going as Black Agito/Agito.
That's right up your alley. That's right up your alley. But yeah, who's you guys? Sorry.
A Silver Surfer.
So,
So I get to be naked and paint myself silver.
that is right up your alley. That's right up your alley.
Myself some silver paint. Put on a banana hammock. That's me.
Banana?
A banana hammock.
What that is?
Think about it.
Oh.
What if
Okay.
What if you go as his cousin, the Black Hole?
You can't go a Silver Surfer and not have the surfboard. You know. You have to have the surfboard. Okay. Or paint yourself green and go as the Hulk.
Then you could really be naked.
You don't have no props. No props.
Swear to God, it just be swinging.
Swinging. But yeah, my as you can see, my indoctrination started young. So yeah.
All right.
So how did that segue into be able to stream every game I play for the peoples?
Well, I was actually never intending to like stream seriously. When I was growing up, my dad used to watch this dude named the Rad Brad. I don't know if y'all know about him. He's a YouTuber and he uploads like a lot of playthroughs and stuff like that. And we'd sit down and we'd watch him together. And I always thought that was kind of cool, but like it never dawned on me that I would be like a content creator like him. But he was always like there and like in the back of my mind. And then when my brother went to the States for schooling, like he'd buy some games that I didn't have, so he would like stream it for me personally, not for anybody else, but just throw it up on stream so I could watch him. Because at a certain point, like somebody broke into our house and they stole my PS3. So yeah, like certain games I didn't have anymore. So he ended up streaming it for me. And
Y'all niggas need to stop teething, boy.
please, if it ain't yours, don't take it. You used to be hurting people, man.
Real.
And it's so crazy because when they broke into my house, they stole my PS3 and left my DSLR camera sitting right there. So I was just so confused. It was in the box, like
they don't know what to do with this. Like, I'm gonna be on there taking pictures.
They took my flat iron that I just bought. Like
Y'all can use that to see.
Wait, there was some bases who robbed my house, but that's all I can say. You might want to buy it for somebody will come in handy now for OnlyFans. Yeah, not back then, because I was
Back
like
then
in
was no OnlyFans, you see.
yeah, that was like in 2015, 2016 when they took my shit. So that was upsetting.
Back then, everybody was watching professional porn.
Professional.
XXX video.
I don't even think Pornhub existed back then.
It was still my site. Pornhub was my site for years.
Yeah, Pornhub's been here for.
They've been there
Pornhub's
that
been
long?
around for
I didn't
a
think
really
that
long
they-
time.
I can't even remember what they used to use before Pornhub.
The first time I heard about
Tubi.
Pornhub, I think they were like
Tubi.
having.
Cinemax after 12.
I think that the first time I heard about Pornhub was like around
Oh, Jesus.
April Fools. Like they did one stupid joke for April Fools, and I thought that was so hilarious.
I
can't
remember
remember.
now. You guys remember fucking like LimeWire and fucking Bear Shell? Yeah, the download
But with the Rad Brad, like I said, he was just beating the back of my head, and then my brother would stream for me, and then one day, I actually used to be a part of this group called More Cookies. I don't know if y'all ever heard of him. Yeah, he used to do this segment called Esports. Something about esports, and basically we used to talk about games on that segment. And at one point, I used to be like a recurring guest. Like I was actually on the team, assisting him and whatnot. But then life was being lifey, and I had to stop. But being there and doing that with him, like it made me like want to try streaming. So I did it not to like make money off it or not to be big or anything like that. I just did it to get off and be like, oh, I look at that and I was like, I could do that, I could do that. I'm actually pretty good. So I just sit down one day and I made an account, and it was sitting there for the longest. And I actually decided to take it seriously because he was just like, he's like a techie person. So he would know like what mics to get, what cameras to get, like what to get for a rig and whatnot. So
All the equipment and what's not.
right. So and speaking to him about it, that's what got me interested in streaming.
All right.
Yeah.
So, right. Why you always doing these things to me, bitch? Chill out. Chill out. I got everything under control, dog. We here. Yeah, calm down. Calm down. Calm down. All right? We sitting here talking about content creation. Relax. The people know what's going on. You see what I said? Well, what I want to ask you now is, now you say you're a streamer now, right?
I guess. Sure.
You consider yourself a streamer now,
Yeah.
right? What I want to ask you is, like, what is it like to now be a content creator in that
In-
genre?
In one word?
Well, not really in one word. You could tell me, like, the ups and downs, like, what is it like?
Pain.
Pain?
Pain. Pain.
Elaborate, please. Please elaborate.
It's
Is it Will Smith type of pain or homie from Naruto type of pain?
homie from Naruto type of pain.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Like I think like kind of both. Like you ever saw the meme with like both of them merged?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like kind of like that. Like where you're like, oh, you know, YouTuber. Yeah. It's kind of like okay, you having fun, but then at the same time, like you don't realize. Like a lot of people don't realize how much
Work, right?
time and work goes into content creation. Like, okay, let's just say for instance, today I have to stream, right? The day before, I'll have to make sure that, because mental health is a serious thing. They don't realize how your
it
mental
is.
health takes a toll when you streaming. So the day
Like
before,
on-
I have to make sure I'm in a good place to stream for that day. The day of, I'll have to make sure that my maybe like 2 hours or an hour before. I don't have to wait an hour before. Maybe like 2 hours before I stream, I have to make sure that my camera is good, that my mic, people can hear it, and that it's set up properly. I don't have like a extensive setup. I stream right from my PS4, but like there's still things that you have to make sure like are in place so that when it's time to go live, you go live because
And
you
there
don't
no
understand how much
interruptions.
people you're losing when you say, hey, I'm going to stream for 6 o'clock, which is why for the longest time I didn't have like a schedule because I didn't want people to hold me to say, okay, I'm going live at 6. If they come there on your channel or if they expecting an upload on your channel for 6 and it's not there for 6, you could potentially lost a viewer.
Yeah.
You understand? Because a
Yep.
lot of people like there is no second chance.
'Cause you lied to me.
Especially
It's because you lied to me.
especially when you like live streaming, like there's a possibility that you're never. If I come there, like think about it. If you go to the store and they say they're gonna be open for 8, you really need this thing. You go to the store for 8 and it ain't open. You trusting the store to be open for 8 again?
No.
No, so you won't going back, right? I personally would go out and find another store that I could rely on that's going to be open when they say that they're going to be open for 8 o'clock. You
Really?
know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of pressure sometimes to like meet person's expectations, but at the same time when you do it and you see like people love it, or for example like when you do all this work, like you get custom made emotes or badges and you set them up and people actually like pay to see you stream on, and they like value the work that you putting into it because there's no middleman and it's not like you working for somebody. Like those reactions and whatever you're getting come directly to you. It's very satisfying to see, but I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot of pressure and it's a lot of
But the
work.
gratification
Yeah, it is a lot of it's very gratifying.
All right. I gotta ask, the next man in the room, he trying to take the mic and think like he ain't got a question. You also make content, PJ, P. Dillon. What is it like for you being a content creator, bro? We can go around the room.
I can say pain the same way she'd say. This way, listen, I say we're able to drop a song on Friday and that song don't drop, let me show you I getting so much hate mail. Niggas is legit coming to my chat and be like, baby, with the song, this and that and da. It's crazy. I remember even during the lockdown, I started to do something called Wave Radio where I used to stream Bahamian music live. Listen, when I say, if I tell people like coming on 6 o'clock, if I 1 second late, I legit get them phone calls saying, baby, what the stream is.
They're so annoying sometimes. Like they're so annoying sometimes.
Wait, what
Like,
is
I'll be
stream?
getting low messages on my phone like, where are you?
Real talk,
Are you
like,
still
it's tired.
streaming? Are you still streaming?
Rihanna don't give a fuck though.
you? Who said you?
And then and then even the pressure like creating music, which I know people like would like or something like that, is a lot, and is like cause my mental health really dissipate and stuff like that. Cause it's trap season, and then I make this type of music and that type of music, and I don't know if people but fuck with it as much as they fuck with the next person. So it's a gamble. Like I say, it's a gamble creating content.
Well, I'm not a content creator, but
What you doing right now?
I mean,
What you doing right now?
Content. Can you just take pictures?
I take photos.
No.
I only post photos to
Who's
Instagram.
a model, right?
I used to.
Alright, let's talk about that is.
Yeah, that was wild. So, yeah, that was a wild time. That was a wild. Well, for that, I really can't give anybody too much advice on that because it's not something that I was pretty passionate about, nor did I want to make money off of it. I was just doing it because, I just had a lot of free time. And what I could say about content creation is what's been the primary basis of what everybody else was talking about is just be accountable and be a person of integrity and always hold the end of the deal. So if you promise somebody that you're going to be there for a certain time, always be there, because being late could cost you a lot, whether it be money, whether it be fines, or you could just fuck up your entire brand just by not being accountable.
From my end, I also agree with the young man there. Being on time is a very important fucking aspect. And then what I've also realized too, because I say I'm a content creator in many different senses. Like I'm also an artist, so that's also content creation. But like also when it comes to things like this podcast and stuff, it's like you now have to learn good time management skills. You have to learn fucking how to talk to people, how to fucking be approachable. How to keep a nice energy where everybody feel comfortable. And then you also have to fucking stand a fine line where you gotta not be a bully, but be a bully. Because a lot of people, like he said, don't know what time is. A lot of people don't know what time is. So like you would have, they coming this time, and then you don't see them for like another hour or so. You know what I'm saying? And that's cool, like if something came up, but at least tell somebody some shit.
So, Dwan, do you have to call Cable Bahamas before you stream?
No.
Because the internet has been trash lately. I don't know if you know this. They've been throttling everybody's shit.
I haven't had like that much problems with Cable Bahamas in terms of streaming because you don't really need a lot to stream. I think you need like at least 5 MBs.
Okay.
So you don't really need a lot to stream. So I haven't had like that much of a problem with it. BPL, however, it's a different story. I think one time like I was streaming, I had like this is like when I first started back up again, maybe like a year and a half ago. I had like 10 people viewing my stream, and all I heard was "pew," and I was like, "Oh my god!" I like at that point, like I was very detrimental for me because I was like, "Oh my god, I don't even know if like I can get these people back." That was the first time I had 10 people in my stream. Like I think I cried.
Oh man.
I think I cried because it was like, yo, like you really living here is so challenging when it comes to streaming because you don't have access to like the proper equipment. Number one, because stores are gonna sell you like old equipment and then try to charge an arm and a leg.
Yeah.
And then, like with Cable Bahamas and PPL, and then especially if you're living with your parents and they don't understand space sometimes, like they're like walking on you streaming or something like that. It's very challenging, like streaming here.
Doing what you doing in there, I need you to come watch the match.
Be like, mommy, I told you I'm streaming, babe. Like, relax, loose me. But if I had to say, like, what was the most challenging thing for me in terms of streaming, it would probably be marketing for me and branding. Like, I think that was my biggest problem for me because before I had, like, a brand, but it wasn't, like, solid. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't...
You didn't have a strong foundation.
Yeah, like, it was just, like, something, like, I threw together because it was, like, oh, okay, everybody else doing it. I had my little mascot and at my time, and then that was it. But... when I looked at that and I looked at all like the successful people like Ninja or Dr. L or I don't know, Shroud or somebody like that, and you look at their brand, like it's like these simple concepts, and they have like these bold colors or
Yeah.
thick line work that make it stand out and make it pop. So like every time you see that, you know, oh, okay, I see green, or if I see ninja, I know that's ninja. I see
Yeah.
like purple or blue and a white text or whatever, I know that's Dr. L. So it's like so much different things that I thought that I could improve on with my branding. So the beginning of this year, last year, leading into this year, I rebranded, and that's when I saw like my engagements like went up because then you don't have a lot of people who have. I don't want to make it seem like I talking down on persons, but I know my worth ethic and I know what I put out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you don't see a lot of people, especially over here, who have that level of branding or who have that level of I guess that presence
Okay.
to say, well, okay, when you drop something, people automatically know, hey, that's you. And then I'm affiliated with a group. I'm actually a part of a esports group called Black Nebula, and
Okay.
their branding is like up there. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's like when you have like a certain standard for yourself, and when you reach that certain standards, people are gonna notice you and they're gonna take notice of you and be like, oh, okay, I see you over there. I might not tune into you or whatever, but I know that if I have a friend who's interested in that, I could be like, oh, hey, you know, my friend streams and stuff. Because that's happened to me before where it's like, okay, people will come and be like, oh, you know, so-and-so. And I'd be like, no. And I'd be like, oh, well, you know, they stream and stuff like that. So you end up building connections because your brand has such a strong presence that
Yeah.
even people who don't stream, they know about you.
Yeah,
You feel me?
because I actually had a coworker at Atlantis, and I was employed there. Well, I'm temporarily laid off because it's all pandemic-wide. And he
Okay.
was even talking about TheSavageGamer. I don't know if you know a guy called Roscoe.
Roscoe?
Yeah.
The name sounds familiar. I
Yeah,
probably know. I'm terrible with names.
Because there's a lot of gamers at Dolphin Key, so
Yeah?
they were speaking about you, and they said a lot of good things.
I hope good things.
Gotta revive the fighting game community.
Agreed.
But
Not Blaze Blue though, because it went to trash.
with the Black Nebula, you said it was
Yeah.
the sports community. How did that connection come about?
You remember when I mentioned More Cookies?
Okay.
So More Cookies was affiliated with the persons who started that.
Okay.
So all of us were cool. More Cookies was around a bit longer, and after a certain point, I guess everybody just started to realize how profitable or how much of a presence. Well, because, you know, the Bahamas always has a gaming community. They always had one from,
Yeah,
like, I was back in
always.
high school and stuff
Real
like that.
life.
But nobody ever took the time to, like, nurture it and build, like, a proper foundation, like a proper community. They tried like that.
Like the cage, right?
Like the cage, and then you had one upstairs off
Fail
Prince
the
Charles.
cage was pure virginity.
What failed the cage
Was pure virginity.
I think
Come
it
on,
was-
let's keep it real. When you go in there,
I've never
you
been to the
just-
cage, so I can't speak as the. No.
I'm going to tell you this. This is what costs a lot. This is what costs females not to go to the cage, Dwayne. I used to go to the cage, and at first I said, this is a cool place, you know what I'm saying? These dudes cool and shit. And then I started, picking up on a few things and realizing there's not really any girls in here other than the ones who like serving, who actually own the place.
Yeah.
And, they out in the front.
You know, they always say that you could tell if a community is a healthy community by the amount of women that are in there.
I walked into there, Dwan, and then after a while I realized that there was a scent. Because I took a break from going there for a while, and when I came back I realized that it was a set. Is in probably in my fucking dumb fantasy thing, and this is really cool. I didn't notice it at first, but I realized that there was a set throughout this entire place. And it wasn't one person. It was just like this place had a set.
Yikes.
It had a set to it,
Yikes.
and I clown with my Virgin Mario all the time. We call it the virginity set. The smell of virginity because it keeps the females away.
Yikes. Yeah, it's just.
And then I
it's-
realized that with that, there was just a lot of fucking angry niggas.
Yeah, but men in over here, not even just over here, like in general, like men just they don't know what to say to women who like that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Like they just is inadvertently push them away all the time. You're like, yo, I've had a saying, niggas just stalk themselves for the pussy every day. Like, niggas just stalk themselves for the pussy every day. Every day, dog. Like I have a problem. Like, I always have this problem where, like, I would be like, okay, so for example, Destiny 2, we was talking about it earlier, where I would tell y'all, like, I was murking dudes on that, right? And there used to be, like, a time where me and the people I used to play with was so flipping good. We used to be getting, like, 50 kills a match. You see what I mean? Y'all would sit here and be like, damn, oh my God, I believe you. And then other people would be like, oh, really? I've never seen that happen before, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, just because you never did it or you weren't good enough to do it doesn't mean that applies to me, bro. Get good. Get better.
Get good.
Nah, I've already said nowadays, like, if people step to me, a man or woman, like, I can just send a 1v1 me, babe. Just 1v1 me at one time, babe. Like, 1v1 me.
Let me just, like, I feel like now with this generation, like, gaming has took a whole, like, left turn.
Yeah, but you have 11-year-olds who have the possibility of making $10 million. You know what that is?
I just feel like we've hit this, like, this pinnacle of everybody trying to make games so accessible.
Agreed.
That, like, everything's really dumbed down now.
That's why a lot of people hate the season of Apex.
Like, I feel like a lot of the gamers nowadays weak. You see what I'm saying? They can't get good because they don't know how to sit down and take abuse. They don't know how to sit down and take abuse because everything's supposed to be easy for fucking them. They've made games so easy that everybody just want everything to be easy. And that's ridiculous. You see what I say? You know I get good at Street Fighter? Get my ass whooped for hours and hours and hours. For hours and hours and hours, and now at this day I can pretty much pick up any fighting game that there is and whoop somebody ass.
You know what's the underrated gaming community over here? Fucking BTVI. You need to.
A lot of people I know who game at BTVI, they're in Black Nebula's community, because I met quite a few dudes, like, when they had their first tournament that I entered for Soul Calibur. Listen, I have them dudes so flabbergasted, Aaron. Like, they's like, oh, Dwan is up next to play, and then I'd sit down, and then the guy would sit next to me like, this who I playing? Oh, okay. And they sit down, and by the time I was finished with that first dude, everybody was just like, it was beautiful. It was amazing. Yeah, what? I clap his cheeks. Okay? I tore him a new hole. I teach everybody. The only person who was able to beat me was the dude who I normally spar with, because he knows, like, you know, fighting games is a bit like a cat and mouse game. Yeah, so me and him have this thing where, like, we know how to pick up on... Yes, yeah. So we have and it's so crazy you said that, because Soul Calibur has a rock, paper, scissors element to it. So it's like, he knows my tricks and whatever, because we play all the time. So that's, like, literally the only reason he beat me. And then the other guy who beat me, who was one of the organizers, Children, Jen of Children on Twitter. The only reason he beat me is because he's playing with a fucking, what do you call it, a broken character. He's playing with Nightmare. So, yeah. So he had reach over me because I was playing with Talum. Yeah, I was playing with Talum, so I ended up coming in third place. But, like, I clapped them niggas' cheeks, babe. I was proud of that. I'll ask them when it is. It's probably gonna be like an online tournament, more than likely, because of the circumstances. When you're done, I can give you the Discord so you can join the group.
All right. So this is a tangent of a statement that you made earlier, and a statement that Aaron made earlier. How does it feel being a woman in a male-dominated space that is gaming? How does that feel?
Good.
Navigating that space.
It feels good. At least for me, personally. I don't want to make it seem like people who can't handle it are less than, but I'm not. I grew up with two older brothers, so it ain't really that hard for me to navigate a space full of men. Because usually with men, it's like, put your money where your mouth is anyway. So if you don't get, that's I think I start running around with people, I'm like, babe, just 1v1 me, babe. Like, show me what you made of. Put your money where your mouth is, or shut up. That's where I've gotten with it. I used to, I guess for lack of a better word, bitch about it and stuff. But then, like, at the end of the day, it's like, people are going to say what they want. At the end of the day, if you don't want to acknowledge me as having, I guess, skills or whatever, or being good at a certain game, like, that's up to you. Unless you put money in my pocket, it doesn't really affect me. So you entitled to your opinion regardless. So I can still be over here doing my thing while you doing over your thing over there, and that don't take nothing off me. You see what I'm saying? So,
That's why
if anything, I live in rent free in your head at the end of the day.
That's why you always just tear them a new one, the one.
That's what I'm saying. Clap cheeks one time.
I always just go there and act like, yeah, I'm playing. You know what happened the first. Let me tell you a real quick story about the first time I went to the UB is fucking little game shit up there in the state. I mean, it's up.
Yeah, but it's
Niggas was
be.
playing Street Fighter.
I could never participate in that.
Travel.
Niggas know it's too. They're too nasty up there.
Trevor called me from the fucking art room. He was like, niggas playing Naruto, go up there. I was like, niggas playing Naruto.
I remember that when they used to have it on the Bay TV.
I was like, niggas playing Naruto. I say, all right, let me carry my ass up there. I got up there, niggas up there playing Street Fighter. So, I was about to turn back around because I was like, no Naruto, right? But then, it was like, Street Fighter. And then they started talking I heard these niggas talking shit to each other. I took about 2 seconds to sit down and watch one match. I realized these niggas was ass. I tried to get up again to leave, but they was like, nah, they come play. I ran through the entire circuit twice. And then at the end of it, they wanted my PlayStation name. And I was like, no.
That's all.
That don't even make sense.
That's it.
Y'all ain't even coming on there to help
Y'all
me
don't have
get
the
in
range.
struggle.
Why? Y'all don't have the range. But yeah, it's cool. It's cool. Like sometimes if it gets me on a bad day, it'll irritate me. But for the most part, like I try not to let it affect me too much because everybody's entitled to their own opinion.
So it's a positive aspect being a woman in this space.
I think that it is. I think that it opens up a lot of guys' eyes that, y'all ain't the only one who could do this thing. Like, a lot of guys, for some reason, they'll have a lot of female friends who may play game and they might not say anything to them. Like I said earlier, like, you can tell a lot about a community by the amount of women. They just act like women who like these things and stuff like that, like these unicorns. And I don't want to take nothing from women who get that kind of, I guess, recognition or attention because of it, but we're not be. Like, we've been here this entire time.
Well, I mean, games were mostly marketed towards young males, especially in the
This is my point.
That-
Ain't even that. This is my problem. Most of the dudes that do that shit are usually losers. They don't really have much women in their lives.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like,
those are the insults, because there's
Those
a...
are usually just the losers in the group.
that's the word for it, yeah.
Yeah,
incels.
the involuntary celibate community is an intersection with that and gaming because, the quintessential 90s guy who sits in his home all day in games, like Homie of South Park.
Yeah.
Like, that's mostly what people thought of the gaming community back then. It's like I was saying, that games
I think,
are usually
like-
marketed towards males.
I think in regards to that, like, that bothers me more than somebody saying, oh, you're a girl and you play game. Like, the
Yeah.
fact that there's, like, not that much representation of women, and then when they have the chance to do it, they fumble the ball. For example,
the
with
ball.
Ubisoft, this is, like, the second game that they were supposed to have a woman protagonist, and they fumbled the ball. They decided to make it a choice whether you wanted to be a male or a female, when in actuality the game was supposed to be a female protagonist. It's supposed to have a female protagonist, and they admitted this twice. It was supposed to happen with, not Origins, the one after Origins, Odyssey. It was supposed to happen with Odyssey, where Cassandra and whatever the hell her counterpart is. In the game, it's her brother, but you could interchange between them. And now with this Valhalla one, it was brought to the attention that it was actually supposed to be a female lead, but they were like, oh, we're not sure if people are going to buy it because it's a female lead. And it's like...
the gaming community is male dominant.
Yeah, but you've had games with like female leads like Lara Croft, Tomb Raider, and all that kind of stuff.
You mentioned Assassin's Creed just now. Pardon me, quick statement.
Yeah, Ubisoft.
Anybody else find it funny that we had like probably 7 Assassin's Creeds and we ain't had a ninja one yet? Like literally.
I mean, but
Think about it.
They do ninja like shit.
Think about it. There's not been an Assassin's Creed that takes place in
I think
Japan
that would be a little
yet.
too obvious, like
They already do like.
cause
Ninja
like
shit, they be running on walls, jumping from roof, hiding
yeah,
in the ground.
that'd
They
be
do ninja like shit.
yeah, that'd be. But
Smoking niggas from
You know what I'm saying?
I agree though. Yeah,
But-
I think the only other female lead they had was either a mobile game or like
What about
yeah.
how you feel about the statements from The Last of Us 2?
I
Are
think it
you-
was dumb. I
Like,
think it was
because they
dumb.
really
I haven't
hated,
played it yet.
they really hated the female. Oh, you didn't like it either.
I love The Last of Us is one of my favorite games
Yeah.
for the PS3. I didn't play it because I felt as though like you know when you come to terms with the ending,
Yeah,
I like you're okay with how it is.
yeah. So you didn't.
And
even-
because of the feedback that I got from The Last of Us 2 ending, like I don't want that perfect game that I have in my head to be tarnished in any way. So like it's taken me a while to get.
I can be real true. I don't really think it tarnishes it. People complain a lot about that story, but I'm like, if you actually sit down and use your human brain, because a lot of people don't have common sense. I realize
Yeah,
that shit.
yeah.
You use your human brain, and you sit down and think about The Last of Us 1, and then play The Last of Us 2. You will understand exactly why the creators decided that they were going to make certain choices about certain characters being certain ways and certain
Yeah.
characters dying, because The Last of Us is never a game about fucking
Joel.
yeah. It was
I told people that I say
survival.
it was always
Literally
about Ellie, but from the
it
start,
was about humanity.
from the
and their
start it was
survival.
about Ellie and humanity. That's like from the get go.
But when it first dropped, a lot of guys had a problem with the way that Ellie was built. Because they were saying that's not how
She's so
real
cute, though.
females were built. Like how she had the muscles and all the rest
Yeah,
of that
because
other
you're
stuff.
a female,
They
like
had-
you know, right? Yeah, right.
said
Because
no real women are
you have a vagina, right? Yeah. Like,
So that was the first problem coming out the gate with the game because they didn't like how she was built as a main character.
Being sexualized.
Yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
basically. And I think she was gay in it or something like that. She had a female that she
she
liked.
was always gay. If you played the
Every
the
game
ex-
don't need
What's it
jiggle.
called? No, but if you played not the what's it called when they release like a little portion of the like an add-on to the game.
Yeah, the DLC.
Yes, if you played the DLC for the first one, you would have known from then she was gay. You would have known that from that, so it shouldn't have been a surprise. But and there are plenty women who are shaped just like Ellie, but and not because they don't have like curves and shit like that must mean they should be omitted from the reality. Like games and stuff like that is an art form. Art is supposed to imitate life. Like at some point, you're gonna have a woman who's shaped like that. Not everybody's gonna be fucking Bayonetta.
Fox.
Come on.
Everybody on here running 9 years.
Not everybody's gonna be Tomb Raider, shaped like the letter P. Come
Oh.
on.
But we've reached a segment in our podcast where I ask you a few random questions.
Okay. Scary.
Uh,
This is kind of scary. Okay?
Are you ready for this?
No, but let's
Okay,
go.
the first question I'm gonna ask is kind of related. What's the worst game ever put out? Worst game ever in existence?
Anthem.
Anthem?
Yeah.
I get
Because I spend money on that. Because I spend money on that shit. And I had, the reason it was the worst is because I had I had a high expectation from them based on how the devs were interacting with the Reddit community and how like the game was coming around. It was actually a pretty solid game until you finished it and then you realized that, you know, people could walk through walls and it was glitching and
Yep.
persons were stretching from one end to the map to the next and
They're just trying to put too much in it and finish it too fast.
I can be real.
it was absolutely 100% EA's fault.
Yeah.
I'm a
100%.
square baby, so my choice is usually an RPG. And I can tell you the worst RPG I've ever fucking played is Final Fantasy fucking 13.
Why everyone hate that though? They gotta like that.
I
I gotta
sat down and press X
You know
for
why?
8.
You know why I
Not
don't.
8 hours. This game was like 30 something hours.
You know why I don't mind it because they took that road with 13. We got the amazing masterpiece that was 7 remake. Because that was the game that they revamped their fighting system. So because
Yeah.
that came into being and they tested that out with that, we got that amazing game. So I'm not even gonna sweat Final Fantasy 13.
I just feel like
Because I have a bunch of friends who love that game.
if your brain could go on autopilot in an RPG,
It would be that
You fucking up. You see what I said? If I don't have to think about the choices I'm making in an RPG, why am I playing a fucking RPG? You see what I said?
I
Shout outs
get
to
it. I get
fucking
it.
Bloodborne still low, because that
Fuck
shit
Bloodborne.
fucking ridiculous.
Bloodborne can eat my ass.
All right.
That game gets like, okay, that game takes you on so. Apologies if anybody has ever done crack who's listening to this. But this game like takes you on a crack level high and then just drops you, okay? Like the yes, man, like you would be on a roll and then all of a sudden you lose and then it's like I have to do all of that again. Yes.
Now I gotta go pick up my assets off the ground.
Listen, that game is so rage-inducing. I got to the part where you got to Old Yarnum. I just fucking turned the game off. I just deleted it because I couldn't pass the guy who's sitting up top sniping you. I couldn't. Yeah, I can't get past him. I get on top. I get to him, and then every time I have to fight him, I die.
So you killed the giant in the graveyard, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I get, like, it took me...
You mean the little girl daddy?
I don't know if it was a little girl daddy. It was this giant in the graveyard. Well,
Yeah,
it was
that's-
a club fucking... He
Yeah.
was a freak.
He I can't remember his name, but he was a hunter as well. And if you talk to one of the, because you get to talk to people through the window and the doors.
Yeah.
And one of the windows, a little girl would ask you to go find her mommy because her mommy went to go look for her daddy. And she said her mommy was wearing like this particular jewelry or on her, like a necklace or something like that. And after that fight, you realize when you go up top and you hop down onto the roof, there's a body there with that particular necklace. And she gives you a musical box to fight. You remember you had to use the musical box to fight him?
Yeah.
That was her dad.
Damn.
Yeah, so her dad, yeah, because
Yeah.
he used to like the music, and he ended up turning into like the demon things that you fought. So you use the
using
box to kind of
trance.
startle him, and then you end up hitting him with like as he was startled. But through doing that quest, you realize that you just killed this girl's dad, and the dad killed the mom when the mom went looking for the dad.
Yes, it's
so
a
you have to go
very
back and
depressing
you
game.
either could tell the girl the truth or you could lie to her. And I told her the truth, and she was just in there. She was
I
like,
kid you not, it
and
took
then when
me-
you tell her the truth, she leaves the house to go, I guess, try and get out of Urinum. And then, I don't know if you remember that big pig at the bottom. The pig eats her.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, yeah, but that game is fucking deep, though, yo.
Bro,
I love
it
that
took
game,
me
but it's rage-inducing.
5 hours to get from the first fucking stage.
Yeah, man. I love that game. I love fighting the Celtic Beast, the first one. That was fun. That's a fun game,
This,
though.
let me show you something. This game's so fucking deep. There are fucking monsters that are invisible to you. And you have to go find this special fucking item that only allows you to see, like, basically the game stuck in between limbo and real life, right? And these monsters are stuck in limbo, but they can interact with you in real life. And if you can't see it, you can't see them in the normal fucking mode. You have to fucking find this item and then equip that shit, and then you could see them. I died in the same place like 300 times because I didn't notice.
Okay, back to our questions. If you could take one Bahamian word and make it worldwide, what would it be?
One Bahamian word.
Yeah, make it worldwide. Put it in the dictionary.
Cunny.
I would have choose Kani. Real talk.
Actually, no. Probably bite. Because I like the fact that, especially when I on Twitter, I would be talking to somebody that used the word bite, and they'd be like, why are you bringing up Beyonce? I love it. So I think that should be in the dictionary so people know the difference between bite and bait.
Okay, what is the stupidest thing you've done because someone dared you?
The stupidest thing I've done? I'm not really a stupid person, so I don't really do stupid shit. Probably maybe drive on the hood of my car
Damn,
or drive somebody on the hood of my car.
I've done that.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I think the stupidest thing I've done is in a fast-moving car, like stick my head out of a sunroof. Probably.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. If you could lock up one person in a mental institution, who would it be?
My brother, because he likes to bully me. Yeah.
Why do you think psychics never win the lottery?
It's actually a pretty good question. Probably in doing the right, like probing the right mind, I guess.
If you were given an elephant and you can't get rid of it, what would you do with it?
An elephant?
An elephant, a whole elephant.
Send it back to fucking Africa.
Hold on. You know they actually used to do that to people though.
Like send a bunch of shit to people.
Yeah,
I think
I can't remember which kingdom it was, but they used to award people who did well in life with elephants, and they were usually poor people. So the poor people never had enough money to feed the elephant,
I would
and
probably
you
let
can't
it go.
let the elephant die. So you basically working to only feed the elephant.
So to keep me poor.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. No. I'm definitely letting that motherfucker loose. I'm a Delta as well, so I don't do the chaining down of elephants thing.
Elephant's vegetarian.
You can turn it down.
You can feed the elements people.
Feed in the blood of his enemy.
It's the ones I don't like.
Okay.
Alright, would you rather be trapped in an elevator full of men with BO or 3 soggy dogs?
When you say soggy dogs,
Like,
what does that mean?
stay soaked in water. They've been in the rain, they in there.
Well, I love
You say 3 different types of BO. You know what 3 different types of BO is?
Yeah.
Would you
right.
rather be trapped in an elevator full of men with BO or 3 soggy wet dogs?
See, it depends how big is this elevator. How many people can this elevator? Some people.
Packed elevator, no matter how big it is.
No, man.
They go into the
So
floor.
this is so much to unpack right now. Like,
They go into that floor with that
probably,
order.
So they press the button themselves.
I think I would probably pick the dogs, not because I don't think I could deal with the BO, but because I just love dogs. So I probably would just choose the dogs.
Okay, final questions. Would you rather live permanently in a roller coaster park or a zoo?
A zoo? What the? Okay, I'm afraid of heights, so that. Yeah, that's a no for me. I don't care how much cotton candy or pizza I get for free.
Would you rather live permanently in a roller coaster park or a zoo?
You know what? I changed my mind. I think I'd rather the roller coaster because I like the screams of people.
Am I in the cage?
No, you own the
I just own the zoo.
You own the zoo and you have to stay there forever.
Yeah, definitely a theme park.
Yeah, I'm going to the zoo.
Definitely a theme park.
Not the
Definitely.
theme park. I go to the zoo. I can trick people.
That zoo have too much liability.
Why? What
All I have to do is
liability?
maintain the rides.
If there's a problem, the line handle it.
The lion, no.
If there's a problem, the line handle it.
coming to sue you, you have to bring your line and stuff.
No, but you bring a rumbling.
You come here
I
talking
picked
that
the
shit
theme
and
park.
kicking you in the pit.
So if they survive, we go to court. If not, then we
If
get
they
them out.
if they survive, that's like Tekken. You see what I'm saying? They have to try and get me. Then I can try and get them. Then they can try and get me again. Then I can try and get them.
Yo, I train in a Harlem.
That's what I said. What they can do? They can shoot my fucking line. They can shoot my
Can I
line.
sue you?
Ain't nobody can know if the person get eaten.
Alright, to go into the next segment of our podcast. Which what's the word I'm looking for? Sorry. Which platform do you think is best for content creating? YouTube, Twitch.
Talk about the platforms that you use for your content creation.
Me? Okay. For the first question, which one I think would be best?
Not which one you think would be best, because everybody in here does different fucking shit.
Yeah, I would say it depends on what you want to do. Like, if you want more control over how people view your videos, I'd probably say like YouTube or Facebook. That way you could upload your edits there. But if you want like a more genuine approach on a more real-time setting, then Twitch would probably be the go-to. I personally use Twitch, and then whatever clips I save, I put them I can make a compilation video and then I upload it to YouTube or Facebook.
Oh yeah, Twitch got that update on. Oh yeah, PlayStation got that update with Twitch straight on the system now, right?
Yeah, you could stream it straight on this. It's ass, but you know it works. It is, but like I was just ranting about it. I think 2 days ago on my Twitter, because you'd save these clips and I was like, if you're not uploading it directly to Twitter or YouTube, there's no way for you to back them up if your system and they already don't give you a lot of space. You have games like Modern Warfare that are coming out nowadays that take up like
150 gigs.
all your space, like literally all your space. I have a friend that has nothing on his PS4 system and has all of his game on an external hard drive, and Modern Warfare is telling him that he does not have enough space to download the game.
Damn.
500 gigabytes of space, and I don't have enough space to download the game. Are you
So I
stupid?
should stop trying.
Are you dumb?
I really should stop trying because all I get is 200 gigs left.
You want, right? Like, I have Modern Warfare now because my brother frequents it a lot, and I want to play with him. But I have it now, but I don't have like the full game. I just have multiplayer installed. So you have to have multiplayer and the data pack, which is 3 multiplayer. That's I think like each other like 2 gigabytes. The main game is like 100 gigabyte, and then the data is like another 2. So that one in itself is like 3 fucking God of Wars that I can have on my system. So I think when the PS5 comes out, they just dropped the price, by the way. It's $500 for the one with the CD, and it's $300 or $400 for the digital.
Did they
I think I'm gonna get the one with the CD.
Did they also tell us how much memory they selling them with?
1 gigabyte, I think. Let me
1
see.
terabyte, right? And 1 terabyte,
terabyte.
ain't even
Let
that
me see.
much. 1 terabyte in the big, like the large scope of things.
I
ain't
think it
that
was supposed to be
much.
1 terabyte. I don't want to. I may be wrong. I may be quoting it wrong, but maybe 1 terabyte. I think it's supposed to be 1 terabyte. But either way, I'm gonna get the CD. Yeah, cause I want a collection too. Cause I was supposed to start it with my PS4, but
The only problem I have with digital only is that as soon as a license for a game is up, I have no guarantee that I own that game anymore. Because I technically, when I buy something digitally, I don't own it.
yeah.
Fucking, I just own whatever the license for whatever amount of time they have it. And then if I end up deleting the game, I can't never get it back
Yeah.
if they take it off the store.
That's true, you know. Wow.
That's what I don't like about it.
I never thought about it like that.
That's what happened to fucking Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom.
Okay.
Fuck the fuck out of me.
So what about you, PJ? What you feel the best platform? What you do would be the best place to put your content?
All the way. Like, don't matter if I could put my music on every single platform, but if I could put music in games and stuff like that, I trying to get them on that, bro. Because right now my music is on Apple Music, TikTok, YouTube, Audio Mark, SoundCloud, Apple Music. Well, it's iTunes and Apple Music is 2 different things, eh?
Yeah.
2 different names. I said it twice. I swear I said iTunes first and then Apple Music. So yeah, but I'm trying to get my music like everywhere I possibly could get it. Actually,
So when it comes to engagement and interaction with your fans,
Facebook and Instagram. Facebook and Instagram. That's where people is interact with me the most. I just get comments and stuff on YouTube, but and I'll answer back every so often. But Facebook and Instagram where I get the most, because on Facebook I was a comedian. So yeah, that's the thing. And then as a Facebook couple too, so that's how my music.
what's your ship name?
Huh? They ain't make one up first yet. Right now it's just Dylan and Sunny. That's what I'm saying. They ain't make it up yet, so we just waiting for someone to say. Someone to drop it. So they call us Cuddy. See, that's why you don't make it yet. Yeah, wait. But I got a question. Who's your
Yes.
favorite YouTube gamer?
The Rad Brad.
Who?
The Rad Brad.
Brad, Brad? That's cool. I personally like Greystone players because I like to see games get broken.
I like oh, what's his name? Oh God. 1 second.
I like some new school. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm here for some of the new school guys. I don't know if anybody is in here has watched Afro Senju.
Cartoons is his name. Yeah, I
But
like him too.
if you watch Afro Senju, he's making me laugh. He's very loud. And he
I
say,
also
play
like
my
Lukey Poo.
shit.
Lukey Poo, Luke Steffens. He makes, but he doesn't do a lot of gameplay. He makes like a lot of YouTube videos. Like he'll like do like these insane think pieces
Yeah.
on like games. Like he did one for The Last of Us. That was so beautiful. It was like I think almost like an hour long, and I just sat at my desk at work and I was just listening to it. Beautiful guy, man.
I just get my like knowledge from game theory and stuff like that.
Game theory. I never heard of them.
Never heard game theory? It's cool. My part.
Nah.
Ah.
But then I don't venture to YouTube much anymore. So
Yeah, but personally, I didn't even know like people is like make money off of breaking games. Like do everything they possibly could to make sure to see how far the game could scratch until it like legit shut down. Yeah, but like this, do everything freaking possible to break this game.
yeah.
I forgot what I was going to say. Jesus Christ.
Just say what you.
It be
Say
like that.
what you mean
It
to
be
say.
like that.
Say what you need to say. Well, we should have been drunk. Usually. Probably would have been. What time is it? Hour 20. We've been here for hour 20. That's crazy. Felt like we ain't even been here that long, dog. You know what I'm saying? Might as well stretch it out for the next 10 minutes. Might as well make it even 1:30. You know what I'm saying? We still here. We still here. So, Dwan, you say you are in a gaming community over here called Black Nebula. Can you recommend any other streamers / content creators who focus in on gaming in the Bahamas?
Yes, actually. I'm going to give you a list. You can follow XX
Just give us a little description on what they do, you know what I'm saying?
XX Monet.
Type of game they play.
A lot of people I follow there for what we call variety streamers, so they don't just stick to this one set game. So at the moment right now, she is streaming the Kingdom Hearts series from like start to finish. So she's literally going through. Yeah, she's literally going through every single installment that was remade for the PS4, and she's answering any questions a person's have about it.
Recoded.
Huh?
I mean, she's going to mess out Recoded.
Yeah. So she doesn't have a rig, but she streams directly from a PS4 like me. Like a lot of people in the Bahamas do that. But I recommend her. There's also a newcomer called Queen Anarchy who's going through The Last of Us and The Last of Us 2 right now. You could check out Chilligen. He's one of the co-founders of Black Nebula. Basically my boss. He streams Rogue Company, Among Us, Valorant. You could check out Jade Talon who streams Tekken. You could stream, yeah. You could check out Kuma. He streams stuff like Sekiro, Fall Guys. What else does he stream? Ghost of Tsushima. You could check out Revolutionary G. He streams Fall Guys, Apex. I don't think he does Dead by Daylight. Monet does Dead by Daylight. Yeah, basically, and I think he does Fortnite as well. So yeah, any one of those guys, I'll give you guys a list
So they got a
of
nice
their specific
little,
channels that you could check out, and they do it live. So when you go in, more than likely, if you see them streaming right then and there, that they're doing it right then and there. So if you have any more questions for them, you could just direct it in the chat.
Check these people out. Sound like they doing like a variety of different genres. Everybody could get their flavor.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, Dwan,
Yes.
what's some advice you could give to someone who wants to start either just content creation, or you could even make it more specific? You could say becoming a live streamer when it comes to gaming.
My biggest a suggestion or advice I would be able to give is just to tell them to be themselves. Because when I was what I'm doing now helped me break out of my shell a lot. And what I noticed back then was I was too busy trying to be other people. Like, I was looking at other streamers and like, oh, you know, they have a bunch of followers, they have a bunch of viewers, they make money off of this, so maybe I should be more like this, maybe I should do more like that. Like, nobody can really tell you, especially in terms of live streaming, there's really no set formula of how, like, what takes you up there, what's going to blow you up, or what's going to get you to, like, the #1 spot or the front page of Twitch or whatever. So I just say be yourself and do what you want to do. If you don't want to take it serious, then don't take it serious, because it is very taxing, especially mentally. Like, I find myself a lot of times having to take multiple breaks, like in between, just to keep not really my sanity, but just to make sure that I don't get burnt out, because you can get burnt out very quickly, especially like if you don't have a big social battery. You just don't understand, like, you're still talking to people like consecutively, so that drains you. So I would say just try to have fun with it. If you just start now, don't worry about the numbers too much until you could actually make money off of it, because it doesn't make any sense like worrying about something that isn't gonna profit you. You know, like, if you just want to do it for fun, just do it for fun. Like, you know, have fun with it.
Oh, now, you said something just now, right? Like, a question popped off in my head. I want to ask, like, how is that whole experience like playing game and still having? Do you have to like type at the same time? Like,
Sometimes, like, it depends on how interactive I want to be with my community. So sometimes, like, if I stream without my mic, because sometimes I'm not interested in talking, I just want to show them my gameplay, and I just want to sit down and like just play games and just have them like have a presence of somebody there with me. Yeah. I just talk using my chat, but for most part, like, I have a mic, and I just, when their messages come through, I answer them. It depends on which game I'm playing too. So if I'm playing like a competitive game like Apex or Overwatch or something like that, like, I will have to wait until after the match, because I like to win. Yeah. So I don't need my chat. No offense to y'all, but I don't need y'all watching me my match. You understand what I'm saying? So
competitive matches, you know, it's kind of hard to like.
Yeah, most of the time they be talking to themselves. They be talking amongst themselves anyway. But after the match is done, then I reply. But if I'm playing something like a horror game, which for some reason people really like that, they like to see you really afraid.
I'm not afraid of anything.
I think you guys are sick for that. But anyway,
I'm not afraid of anything, so they'd be bored with me.
Probably, because they like it, because people jump a lot and stuff like that. Like, I couldn't finish my stream for Outlast last year. I'm going to try next month for Halloween. No promises, though. But yeah, games like that, like, I tend to read the chat more often, because, you know, you have room to, but it depends. Like, they don't care. Once I talking back to them, for the most part, they don't really care.
All right.
Alright, so we've reached the end of our podcast. It's been great having you on here, talking about video games and stuff like that. I have flashback. I have flashback to my youth playing games. So tell us where we can find you one more time.
Okay, you can find me on Twitch by typing in TheSavageGamer 242. You can find me on YouTube by just typing in TheSavageGamer. You'll know it's me because you'll see like Apex and Destiny 2 videos. You can find me on Twitter at _TheSavageGamer, and you can use that for Instagram and Facebook as well. So,
Nice.
my logo is the letter S and a G, and inside the G you'll see like a purple power button. So that's how you know it's me. Yeah.
Beautiful. Well, everyone, thanks for listening. Don't be a conch.
I'll be all day dreaming of you. I'll be all day thinking of you. What you gonna do now, now, now? What you gonna do? You can never go. We're too close.